Hey guys, welcome to the channel today. I just picked up this Xbox Series S from a local pawn shop. Every now and then, the local pawn shops will sell the consoles that they can't get working. They wanted to originally sell this for $209, as you can see. And it says for parts, as is $50. They said that this has a black screen of death. So I'm just going to try the easy things to reset it and see if I can get it to come on. As I look on the back of this thing, I can see that the manufacturing date is July the 9th of 2022. So it's barely out of warranty and it's barely over a year old. So I'm going to see if it's something simple. It actually did come with a power cord. Usually when I get these consoles, they usually don't come with anything. I did try to check on the back right here and right here to see if this has been opened up. It doesn't look like it's been ever opened up, so that also gives me a little bit of hope that it may be something simple. I looked close and the HDMI port doesn't look like it has any bent pins or that it's out of place. That doesn't mean that it's not. Just no visible proof of it. Now, I'm going to try the most simplest thing in the black screen of death. First of all, let's see if this gets any power. And as you could hear that, it does get power. I also feel the fan is on. And as you can see, hooking it straight up for the first time, there is no video. There's just a black screen, and that's why they call it the black screen of death. Now, I'm going to show you two procedures that may work. Basically, the reason why we're doing this, guys, is when you move the Xbox between different displays, such as a computer monitor or a TV, some display units cannot handle the video output that the console gets saved into its configuration. So all this procedure is doing is resetting the display to default, and that way it'll load a generic display profile, and then it should work with any display. Now, a lot of people call this the black screen of death, when in fact all you really need to do is to reset the display adapter for your particular display device. Now, again, this doesn't always work, and it could be something internally inside wrong. But a lot of times I will see that there's nothing wrong. It's just needs to be reset. So hopefully that's what's wrong with this, as I only paid $50 for this Series S. Okay, for the first method, here's what you want to do. You want to locate the USB port, which is where my left thumb is. And here is the sync button. I'm going to press that and hold it in, and then I'm going to push the power button and let go. So, push the sync button, and I'm going to push the power button. Once I press it, I'm going to hold it in, and I'm going to listen for the chime sound twice. I'm going to push this in, let it go. Now listen for the chime. And then I'm going to let it go. Now this should take you to a diagnostic screen, and you should get video on your monitor now. And you should be able to go into settings and change your display settings. If that doesn't work, then we're going to go on to method number 2. Unfortunately, method number 1 did not work,
and no video was displayed on the monitor. With that in mind, I'm going to go on to method number 2.
So we're going to turn that right back off. I'm going to try the second method that I know and see if we get picture on the screen. Now, in this method, make sure that you unplug the Xbox again for 30 seconds. And if you want to be sure, just wait a couple seconds longer. Okay, so in the second procedure, this time I'm going to push the sync button, hold it in, then I'm going to push the power button, hold it in, and I'm going to hold both of them in until I hear the chime. See, I just heard it, and I'm going to keep holding it in. There's a second one, and then it should power off. That is the difference in this one. You hold it in, both of them in, until it powers off.
Okay, the Xbox is still hooked to my computer monitor, and this is right after the second procedure is done. You may want to wait all the way up to a minute to see if your display is going to get a video signal. In this case, just be patient. And just like that, guys, there is video. Now, what you want to do next is you want to sync or pair an Xbox One or Xbox Series controller, kind of like this one, to the Xbox so that you can go in and change the display resolution. And this is where you're going to have to know a little bit about your TV or your monitor, because you want to go in and set that resolution to one that your monitor will accept. And then after that, you want to save that resolution and then simply restart your console. You just go into the settings, the gear cog.
And under general, there's network settings, TV and display options. And this was set at 640 by 480. And doing the reset in those two methods that I showed you, the software reset, I'm going to set this to 1440p. And then, since this is a used machine, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to reset this console. I'm going to go down to System, and then I'm going to go to Console Info, and it'll say the name of the console, and right below that, you're going to want to hit Reset, and it'll give you a couple of options down here: reset and remove everything, or reset and keep my apps and games. I'm going to put reset and remove everything. And I'm now resetting the Xbox to factory default. Basically how it would turn on if you just opened it up and bought it from the store. It is resetting the software to that state. And this way, any kind of personal information that was on there from the person that sold it to the pawn shop or whatever, it is entirely gone off of there and erased. So in this situation, we were able to fix the black screen of death just by software resetting the display adapter with one of those two methods that I showed you. And hopefully, if you ever have that problem with the black screen of death, this video will help you. As you can see, the Xbox is now totally reset, and you can set it up with an app from Android or Apple, or you can manually set it up with a controller. That is entirely up to you. Please leave a comment or give me a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel. Hope this video helped you. Until next time, I will see you later.